Hello.
Week 15?
15.
Ooh, I was right.
75 episodes done.
So my prediction from last week did not come true. We did not find about Sam. We had a busy little week.
We're never going to learn about Sam.
So,
how to start off?
Roger decided he was going to take Victoria to the cannery to give her a little tour, but not tell anybody else.
Right.
So they went, and on the way, they happened to go to Sheriff Patterson's just to, chat and
just walking by. Just happened to be walking by.
So he had her tell Patterson her timeline that he basically forced upon her.
Yep.
So they did that.
Make sure you get that in your report. Would that help you if you could find out when Patterson's like it would help you.
Patterson's a smart man.
I like Patterson a lot.
So then they went on their little tour, and then she went back to the hotel or the restaurant, and then Burke was there, and so Burke insisted on driving her home, and then she was in big trouble for that, and for
bringing Burke to the house.
And then for not being at lessons, and no one knew where she was. So Elizabeth was like ready to fire her.
Yeah, which is ridiculous. Why didn't she leave a note or tell someone that she was?
I guess.
I mean, I realized that Roger just kind of whisked her away without warning, but I mean, she had a job to do. She was supposed to teach David, and so David just doesn't know what's going on. She just didn't show up. Elizabeth, who's her employer, doesn't know what happened because she didn't show up. So
then Elizabeth ended up calling Roger just to confirm Victoria's story, and Victoria came in and heard that, and then basically told Elizabeth off, which was very brave of her, and then apologized, and then now they're best friends again.
Yep. Close call.
Yep.
But they're good.
And then Patterson was getting the coroner's... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say Carolyn was not too happy.
Oh, Carolyn
was looking out the window and saw Burke pull up, and so she's not happy. She went
and ranted and raving to Victoria as well, poor Victoria, about her being with him when he's like accusing her uncle of things, and so she was not happy about that.
And she's still probably jealous that Burke likes her more than he likes Carolyn. So
and then Patterson was trying to get a report together for the coroner so the coroner can make his final verdict, which everyone was very on edge about and continued to go to see him. Burke went.
Burke goes by.
Burke went and was kind of like, oh, their power is going to make it say whatever anyway, and Patterson's like, no, that's not happening. And then Sam came by and was all kind of hysterical and on edge about it, and then he was like, well, if
like the sheriff was like, oh, I've been waiting for you, I was wondering what took you so long.
Everyone else has been here.
I was just walking by. He's like, yeah, so is everyone else, just walking by, and they happen to stop in and find out what's going on.
Yep. So he said if it is murder, right, they're gonna ask how everyone acted, and you're kind of acting not very good right now. So.
Yeah, they're saying you're acting nervous. He's like, oh, no, I'm just concerned, and it just comes off as nervous. Like, well, he's gonna ask how it came off.
Yep. So there's that. And then, David was asking if Victoria was going to be fired and was upset that she wasn't going to be. And then was upset with Elizabeth about something. So then he took off and went to Burke's and was telling Burke that the widows and the crystal ball told him that his father killed Malloy. And then Carolyn showed up and...
He hid David, didn't hide David, but David was in the kitchen, and Burke's like, "Oh, I'm in the middle of a meeting," and she assumed it was with Victoria. She said, "Whoa, where is she? In the bedroom?" And then David comes out. She's like, "What are you doing here?"
What did she go to tell Burke? I don't even remember what she went to say to him.
I don't know. Was it about Victoria? But Victoria, like, why were you coming to the house? And...
Oh no.
Was it about that, or was it?
No, something? I think she said that because Elizabeth was seriously considering to hiring Johnson. What's her name, Mrs. Johnson?
Mrs. Johnson.
So I think she went to say, "Oh, this is what's happening," because Burke was kind of mentioning at the beginning.
Was that what it was?
Okay. I think so. Anyway, and then, or maybe she went to go tell him the verdict because the verdict came in. And it was accidental drowning.
Accidental death due to drowning.
So she was excited.
Mystery solved.
So she was excited to tell Burke about it. And he was not excited to hear it. And was like yelling and screaming and like kicked them out. Get David out of here. Get out of here. So then she was kind of concerned about that reaction because she thought it was going to be a great one, like Roger. Roger was like floating on cloud 9.
He was
Just like,
kinda
oh,
funny.
like forgot that someone has died. But
Yeah.
so, and then the last episode, right? The pen, Matthew.
Oh yeah, when Carolyn was at Burke's hotel room, she found out about the pen, and because she mentioned Roger having given the pen back to, which we thought was a mistake.
Yes,
When
we thought it was a
Roger
mistake.
was at the meeting that Bill didn't show up to because he was dead, Roger was meant to give Burke back his pen that Burke had given to Carolyn, and he was, oh no, don't have it.
Yeah, so
And we thought it seemed like a joke, or not a joke, a mistake.
Yeah.
So it turned out to not be.
It was not. It's
was
very
It
important.
was very important. And so Carolyn realized that Burke didn't get the pen back, so she went home and confronted Roger about that, who was kind of whatever about it at first. And she's like, well, you had it at the house, and then you went straight from the house to the office for the meeting, so it must be somewhere in between. And Roger's like, no, it's not.
And then meanwhile, Vicky's walking down where it happened.
Yeah, Lookout Point, where Bill possibly was drowned.
And did she find the pen?
Uh-huh.
Yes, she did.
What are the odds of that? As Roger's frantically searching the house.
Right, and like getting mad because she asked Matthew if he had seen it, and he was like, why would you ask him? Like, keep it between us.
Yeah.
Ooh.
A little suspicious.
Although
Roger's not good at poker.
Although the coroner said that it was accidental, so I don't know if that can be changed now, I suppose, if new evidence is discovered, but...
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun! Looking like it was Roger, for sure.
Yeah. No reference of the ghost from last week,
no.
Or the old house that we learned about. None of that ever came back.
But the best moment, because we watched on VHS, came before or during the slating of the second, fourth episode.
I don't know if the DVDs have the slates. I don't remember, but we're watching it on VHS, and the VHS tapes have the original slates before they filmed the episodes. And which one was it? The Thursday or Wednesday episode?
Yeah,
I can't remember.
Thursday, I think.
Had audio of Mitch Ryan getting ready for his scene where he comes into his hotel room, and he was talking to, I guess, the director, and saying, he's like, okay, so what I'll do is I'll come in and I'll throw my keys down on the table, and then I'll head towards the bedroom and pretend I'm taking a leak.
Pretend I'm going to take a leak. And then we were like, okay, is he going to do it just like that? And he did.
And that's exactly
how the episode
started.
Mitch Ryan.
It was awesome.
So, best moment of the week.
Definitely. Especially for me, because Mitch Ryan's my favorite character of the show. So what's next week? What are we going to have happen? I think we're going to not learn how Sam is involved in the car accident 10 years ago.
That's a better bet than mine.
Yeah, that's my prediction.
I think that Roger is going to somehow get to Vicky first and sweep the whole pen thing under the rug somehow.
How's the pen thing going to come out? Is she going to show it to Roger? Is she going to show it to Carolyn? Is she just going to be using it sometime and someone's going to be like, oh, where'd you get that pen?
Well, I'm going to guess if that happens, it's going to be Roger. And like I said, he's going to just kind of sweep it under the rug before anything has a chance to get out. So,
yeah.
Yep.
Maybe Burke will see it somehow.
All right.
Okay.
We'll see.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.